أنا وجدت من فخامة رئيس الوزراء تفهم وتقدير للجهود اللي احنا ورد فعلنا تجاه المطالب من جانب أصدقائنا البريطانيين. وكمان وجدت تفهم لأهمية إن هذا الموضوع ما يكونش له تأثير في أسرع وقت ممكن على مستقبل عودة المواطنين البريطانيين اللي احنا بنسعد بوجودهم في مصر في أسرع وقت ممكن.
Aligning and coordinating our measures.
I would argue that the problem of extremist Islamism and violence has been a growing problem, and it's a problem which is effectively a battle that's taking place within Islam. I know, and you know, that Islam is a religion of peace, a religion followed by millions in our world as a guide to their life and a source of faith and a source of strength. But there is a minority of a minority, as it were, that have taken the tenets of this religion and poisoned them and turned them into a perverse narrative that justifies suicide bombs and killing and maiming and all the things that IS are doing, so-called IS are doing in Syria and Iraq, and indeed that Islamist extremist terrorists are doing in other countries of the world. And it's this narrative of Islamist extremism that we should be trying to combat, rather than thinking that it was caused in some way by the actions of others. As I say, the Twin Towers, the actions of Al-Qaeda, that happened many years before the events you were referring to. As for the Muslim Brotherhood, what we do in Britain is we judge people by whether they are inside the law or outside the law. And if people are fomenting violence, then they are breaking the law, and the law should come down on them. And in terms of our review into the Muslim Brotherhood, which we discussed today, that will be published later this year. And I think you'll see, as you're already seeing in Britain, a much more robust approach against extremism of all kinds, and against those extremists that stop just short of endorsing violence, but nonetheless those extremists whose worldview encourages people to pursue a path of violence. And that is very much our approach here in the UK.
والمتشددة وتبرر بها القتل والتدمير والتفجير والتخريب التي تحدثه